Archangel Michael says, the silence around your home is not just silence. It carries whispers that were not meant for your ears, movements that were never meant for your eyes. Tonight, the unseen shifts closer, and a woman has placed her gaze directly upon the walls where you rest. The air feels different when she passes, though no one speaks of it aloud. She has woven something into the very atmosphere, a presence heavy enough to press against your chest. What you sense is not just coincidence, it is intention, deliberate and carefully hidden. This woman carries a motive that hides behind her smile. She has studied your steps, your door, and your windows. The house you call safe is the very place she is circling in silence. Archangel Michael says, the warning has arrived in time. For what she is plotting would not only touch your home but also reach into your spirit. It is not simply about bricks and walls, it is about you being surrounded by an unseen hand. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Her presence is not obvious, but her shadow has been counted more than once. Neighbors may not speak, but their eyes have caught fragments of her movements. A rhythm exists in the way she lingers, as if she is waiting for an opening. The woman does not walk in broad daylight with honesty. She comes cloaked, silent, and often at odd hours when most are unaware. Your home, unknowingly, has been drawn into her secret obsession. Inside the walls, you have felt nights heavier than usual. Lights flicker not from faulty wires but from energies she stirs. The pulse of your home has been altered by her quiet schemes. Archangel Michael says, your house is not an ordinary house anymore. It has become the stage for something greater, something hidden, and the woman is the key to why. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The curtains she peeks through are not hers but yours. The windows she counts do not belong to her, yet she acts as though she owns the view. Even the ground outside your gate has felt her steady footsteps. This woman is not working alone. There are whispers that she confides in another, sharing details about your routines. Every plan she makes involves a timing carefully calculated against your movements. What she seeks is not just entry but influence. She wants to plant herself like a seed inside your space, where she can grow unchecked. The danger is not loud, it is subtle, almost invisible until it unfolds. You have dismissed some feelings as imagination, yet they return stronger. The unease in certain corners of your home is not random, it is the residue of her watchful presence. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Her interest in your house is not about admiration. It is about possession, a desire to claim what does not belong to her. There is greed wrapped in her careful footsteps. The way she studies your doors and windows reveals more than curiosity. It shows her intent to find a point of weakness. She does not just look. She measures, she plans. Archangel Michael says, your home is under observation. Not by many, but by one whose spirit is restless and whose hands are eager. It is a test of your awareness, a trial of your faith in unseen protection. Though she walks in flesh, her motives are influenced by darker whispers. Her presence is both physical and spiritual, and that is why you feel it in your bones. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The night carries a weight when she lingers near. The soundless air grows tense as though even the wind holds its breath. Animals sense her steps, reacting before human eyes notice. There is a corner near your house that attracts her more than others. She has chosen it as a point to observe, to linger, and to silently plot. That spot holds her secret attention. Inside, your spirit already knows. The unease that rises is not paranoia, it is a signal. Heaven warns through the small shivers, the subtle moments of dread, the sudden stillness. Her goal is not short-lived. She has patience, and she is waiting for something specific. Each day she draws nearer, though her smile would never reveal it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the shadows around your house are heavier than you think. A woman's eyes are fixed upon your door, and she is not watching in innocence. Her intentions are buried in secrecy, and every move she makes carries weight against your peace. The ground near your home has already received her footsteps. Each step she takes is a mark of claim, a silent message of intrusion. She has been circling closer than you realize, her energy woven into the very air you breathe. Your walls are listening. They have absorbed the tension she brings when she lingers too near. The silence of your home is not emptiness, it is filled with an unseen presence pressing to break through. Archangel Michael says, her plans are not to admire but to alter. She desires something that belongs to you, something sacred within your space. This is why heaven is sending the alarm before it is too late. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The nights you felt heavier are not without reason. Her spirit hovers when the world is quiet, and her presence lingers beyond what eyes can see. She has touched the very fabric of your atmosphere. She carries secrets in her hands, and with each visit, she leaves traces behind. Even if unseen, the air shifts with her schemes. Your body senses what your mind tries to dismiss. This woman is not random. She has targeted you for a reason, a motive buried in greed, envy, and silent malice. Her actions are calculated with patience. Do not underestimate her silence. It is not harmless, it is the pause before a move. She waits, she watches, and she plots. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Her gaze has studied the structure of your house. She counts the doors, the corners, the windows. Each detail feeds her secret plans. Her desire is more than material. It is control, possession, and power over a space that is not hers. She wants to turn your home into her claim. The woman has whispered your name in places where she should not. She has spoken of you in conversations dripping with envy. Her intent is to weaken your guard. Archangel Michael says, what she plants in her heart will not go unchallenged. Your home has guardians unseen, and they rise to push back against her schemes. But you must not ignore the warnings. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. She is not acting alone. Another ear listens to her whispers, another hand supports her plotting. Together they stir against your house with quiet persistence. The envy she carries is bitter. She cannot rest while you remain in peace. Her spirit is troubled by what you have, by where you rest. Even in the daylight, she plans. Though she may not appear at your door then, her mind remains occupied with your walls, your space, your sanctuary. Her thoughts are restless. The heaviness you feel at odd hours is not chance. It is the reflection of her focus upon you. She is pouring her will against your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Her intentions are not just to watch but to break through. She wants to test the strength of your home, the shield around it. She is daring to push boundaries. The woman moves with a false smile. She greets, she speaks lightly, but behind her lips, her motives are sharp. Her kindness is a mask. Your house is more than walls. It is your spirit's shelter, your ground of rest. That is why she has chosen it as the place to target. Archangel Michael says, heaven sees her clearly. What she hides in darkness is revealed in light, and the truth cannot stay buried much longer. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The gate you walk through daily is marked in her eyes. She notices the times you arrive, the hours you leave. She tracks without you knowing. She has learned patience in her schemes. She does not rush, because she believes time is her ally. Yet time is turning against her now. Even your dreams have felt her shadow. At night, when you rest, something unsettled creeps into your mind. This is the echo of her watching spirit. Her intentions are stitched with envy, and envy is never satisfied. The more she sees you in peace, the deeper her bitterness grows. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The woman is tied to your space by choice. She could have walked away, but she binds herself to your ground. This is not an accident, it is deliberate. She seeks a claim not given to her. Her eyes are restless because what she wants does not belong to her. She believes taking it will satisfy her, but it never will. Archangel Michael says, your protection is not failing. The warning is your shield, and the truth is your defense. Your house has already been marked for deliverance. Every shadow she casts is met with a greater light. Though she tries to pull her schemes tighter, they unravel with each passing night. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Archangel Michael says, the silence in your home has been disturbed for longer than you realize. A woman has locked her attention on your walls, her presence hovering like a shadow in the night. What she desires is not hers, yet she clings to the thought of taking it. Her footsteps may not always be heard, but they are there. The air grows still when she draws near, as if the house itself senses her. The quiet turns heavy, and every sound echoes sharper when she lingers. Her motives are not pure. She is driven by envy, by greed, and by the urge to replace your peace with her control. This is why your spirit feels unsettled, even when all appears calm. Archangel Michael says, heaven does not ignore her plotting. The alarms have been sounded, and the truth is revealed so you will not be caught unaware. What is hidden is being dragged into the open. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. She has already imagined herself within your walls. In her heart, she has rehearsed a story that does not belong to her. She envisions what it would be like to make your space her own. There are whispers in her speech when she talks of you. The words may seem harmless to others, but they carry the venom of envy. Her tongue has betrayed her spirit more than once. Your house has felt her gaze. It is why certain nights are restless, why corners seem colder, why even silence carries a strange vibration. She has projected herself into your space. Her visits are not always physical. She works through intention, through unseen energy, sending her will against the peace of your home. That is why the air grows heavy. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. She is not content with her own portion. What she seeks is to disrupt yours. Her envy thrives when she sees your stability. She has mapped out your routines with subtlety. The times you enter, the moments you rest, even the smallest patterns are noted in her mind. She believes this knowledge gives her control. Her smile is false light. It conceals the darkness she carries within. When she greets you, her thoughts are already somewhere else. Archangel Michael says, your protection stands firm. Her schemes are fragile compared to the shield heaven has placed around you. But you must be alert to the signs. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The walls of your home have ears. They have absorbed the vibrations of her plotting. Nothing she does in silence remains hidden from divine awareness. Her envy has turned into an obsession. She returns again and again in thought, in gaze, and in secret words spoken against you. She cannot let go. There are forces that whisper to her, fueling her actions. They drive her with restlessness, convincing her that your peace is her enemy. She feeds these whispers with her choices. You have already felt the shift. The strange heaviness, the sudden unease, the sense that you are being watched, these are not imagination. They are warnings. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The woman does not understand that your house is guarded. What she wants is protected by powers greater than her schemes. Her plans are destined to collapse. Still, she presses forward. Her spirit is blinded by envy. She thinks persistence will open a door for her. She is not only circling your home, she is circling your life. She wants what you have, not just where you live. This is the danger she carries. Archangel Michael says, she has already crossed a line. The warnings have reached her spirit, yet she ignores them. That is why judgment follows her steps. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Your home is sacred ground. It carries memories, energy, and blessings tied to your name. That is why she targets it so fiercely. She cannot rest while you remain at peace. Every time she sees your stability, her spirit burns with jealousy. She does not hide it well. Her presence has been caught more than once by others. They may not speak of it, but they have seen her linger longer than necessary. Her curiosity is not innocent. The truth is this, her schemes are reaching their breaking point. She has woven too many lies into her desire. They will unravel before her very eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The shadows move when she is near. Even the animals sense her presence before humans notice. That is why sudden noises stir at odd hours. Her patience is deceptive. She waits quietly, believing the silence will mask her intentions. But silence is not her shield, it is her exposure. Every house carries a spirit of its own. Yours has resisted her intrusion again and again. The unease you feel is proof of that resistance. Archangel Michael says, the time for exposure is near. What she has whispered in darkness will be shouted in light. Her actions will betray her soon. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Archangel Michael says, your house has been marked not by accident, but by her intent. A woman has set her eyes upon it, circling it like prey she longs to capture. She believes she can disturb what heaven has already secured for you. The walls you lean against have carried her gaze. Every corner she studies is with a motive that goes beyond curiosity. Her spirit is restless, and her envy is loud even in silence. She is not simply watching. She is plotting, weaving thoughts that aim to unsettle your peace. Her patience is dangerous, for it disguises persistence. The atmosphere in your home responds to her. The flicker of unease, the weight of silence, the sudden tension in your chest, all are signs that her presence presses closer. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Her envy was not born yesterday. It has been growing like a seed watered by bitterness. She looks at your life, your stability, your shelter, and she cannot let it rest. The woman speaks lightly in front of others, but her words carry shadows. Behind the sweetness of her tone lies a sharpness that cuts in unseen ways. She knows how to conceal herself. Neighbors may have noticed her lingering, yet none have spoken. She makes herself appear harmless, blending in with normalcy. But heaven sees through her disguise. She has measured your steps, counted your hours, and rehearsed her timing. Her mind is a map of your house, though her hands have no right to it. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Her presence is like a mark etched against your door. You sense it when the night feels longer than usual. You feel it when your rest is broken without reason. She waits for moments of weakness. She believes if she waits long enough, a door will open. But her waiting is not her strength, it is her trap. The woman does not move in daylight alone. Her thoughts, even at night, extend toward your home. In her spirit, she rehearses possession. Archangel Michael says, her schemes are collapsing already. What she thought she could build in silence is being pulled apart by the truth. Her shadows cannot win against light. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Her eyes are drawn to your windows. She imagines what it would be like to look from the inside. Yet, she does not realize those windows are already sealed with divine protection. She has told herself a story, that your house should belong to her, that she has a claim she does not have. That lie is her fuel. But lies do not stand for long. The heaviness you feel in certain rooms is her energy trying to push its way in. It is not your imagination, it is the residue of her thoughts. She is not after walls alone. She is after your spirit's peace. She knows if she shakes your house, she shakes your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. The woman has been warned before, yet she ignores the whispers telling her to stop. Her envy blinds her ears to reason. She walks forward, even toward destruction. She has convinced another to listen to her bitterness. Her words have infected someone else, and together they stir against you. But their unity is fragile. Every time she steps closer, she crosses a line she cannot return from. Her choices carry weight, and heaven records them. Nothing she does is unnoticed. Archangel Michael says, your house is a fortress. What she plots is already falling apart. What she wants is slipping from her reach. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Her spirit cannot find rest. She turns in her bed, thinking of you, thinking of your space, thinking of what she cannot have. Her envy torments her more than it ever will you. The silence around your house at night is not empty. It carries the tension of her gaze, the pressure of her schemes. The air thickens because she has sent her focus there. She has studied your patterns, but heaven has studied hers. Her every step, her every thought, her every whispered plan is under surveillance. Nothing escapes the eye of the divine. Her downfall is certain. She believes she has time, but time is turning against her. The very patience she relies on will betray her. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Archangel Michael says, the ground beneath your home has already absorbed too much of her envy. A woman is circling your shelter with eyes that burn in silence. Her desire is not harmless, it is targeted, sharp, and dangerous. You may not see her each time, but your spirit senses her presence. The uneasy nights, the sudden heaviness, the strange stillness, these are not random. They are signals of her restless energy pressing against your walls. She is not watching with curiosity, she is watching with intent. She imagines herself crossing your threshold, laying claim to what is not hers. Her thoughts are seeds of intrusion, watered daily by envy. Archangel Michael says, her steps are recorded in heaven. Nothing she tries in darkness will stay hidden. Every plan she weaves is already exposed before the light. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. This woman is not acting without purpose. She has marked your house in her heart as if it were her own. She carries the image of your shelter like a possession in her mind. Her envy drives her to strange actions. She studies your door, your windows, even the ground where you walk. She moves with the obsession of someone who cannot let go. Even when she smiles, it is false. Her greetings are hollow, meant to cover the bitterness rising in her spirit. She is careful, but not careful enough. Her thoughts betray her. The words she whispers to others leak her intentions. Those who listen may not fully understand, but heaven hears everything. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. She has already rehearsed her moment. She waits, timing herself with your steps. She believes patience will create her opportunity. The woman has touched objects near your home, leaving behind her imprint. Even if unnoticed, her energy remains in those corners. That is why certain places feel disturbed. She is not after walls alone. She is after ownership, after control, after the satisfaction of taking what you guard. Her desire goes deeper than property, it is about dominion. Archangel Michael says, this dominion will not be granted. Her schemes are illusions collapsing in her hands. Your home is sealed, your peace secured. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The longer she lingers, the heavier her spirit grows. Her envy eats her from within, but still, she refuses to step away. She has convinced herself that persistence will reward her. She has spoken lies about you to others, twisting your name to weaken your standing. But each lie falls apart when weighed against truth. She cannot bind your reputation. Her shadow grows weaker with each attempt. The more she tries, the more her own energy drains. Heaven allows her to walk toward her own trap. You have felt nights that seemed endless. That was not your imagination, it was her shadow pressing at the edges of your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. The woman has turned her focus into an obsession. She thinks of you when she wakes, and she thinks of your home when she sleeps. Her spirit is consumed by what she cannot have. This envy has chained her mind. It has pushed her beyond normal boundaries. She has become a prisoner to her own bitterness. Still, she tries to mask it in front of others. She pretends calm, she pretends innocence, but her actions betray her heart. She cannot hide forever. Archangel Michael says, her downfall is certain. The very house she longs for is the ground that will expose her. Her steps cannot go unnoticed much longer. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. Her hand has touched the gates where you walk. She leaves traces of her spirit in places she should not be. But heaven sweeps those traces away. The shadows she sends toward your home are breaking. The light pierces them every time you stand firm. She cannot withstand what is stronger than her envy. Your house is not ordinary. It carries blessings tied to your name, blessings she cannot steal. That is why she keeps trying, and that is why she keeps failing. The warning is not to scare you but to prepare you. You are not abandoned, you are being shown the truth so you remain aware. Type Amen to get blessing 3333.